And good evening, and oh my goodness, what another great randomizer race we've got here on this evening. CaffyJD, cytown. I'm Adirondack Rick, being joined by Tabby Orange. Are you excited?
I'm excited, Rick. This will be a great match. One-on-one matchup in the Swiss, and th these are just two great players, and I'm really excited to watch this match.
Yeah, so in this particular matchup here, cytown, who dropped in week number 1 to Sea Falcon, who was at 3-0. So I guess that tells you how Sea Falcon's been performing throughout this tournament. The head-to-head for these two matches, as we get ready for this race, sitting at 47-13 in favor of cytown. But you throw those records out the door when it comes to a tournament match like this. I'm excited for this race. Where do you think we're going to start?
That's a great question. I'm thinking we're gonna start. Let's see. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of Vanilla 6 starts lately. And how about you, Rick? What are you thinking?
I think, how about the northeast corner?
Yeah. And what do you think? What item do you think we're gonna start with?
Power bracelet.
I'll go with Raft. Raft seems to be the choice, but obviously where they start
All
is
right, not too far off. It is the power bracelet. As we start at the coast cave, we do end up getting the wood sword in the first cave. That's the way things are set up here. We do have the heart container set up as your ladder item. Or, yeah, your ladder item.
Yep.
I can word.
Then looks like Cappy's gonna go up and check these caves, go for the Armos item.
Yeah, and that's one of the And that's one of the strategies you see a lot of runners trying to employ, trying to get that information down early on. Because information is knowledge. It's getting the items out of your pool here.
Cappy going for bombs there. No luck there.
Yep, however, cytown does have a little bit of a bomb luck. This may choose cytown to head over towards the northeast corner, clear that out right now. Arrows being 63 rupees. Not too bad, 17 off their vanilla price.
Yep, rolled down pretty nicely.
There's our ladder as the Armos item.
Yep, and with Heart Shuffle, obviously a good chance you'll get a heart, but you always want to prioritize that Armos item in case you get something real good, like the ladder or something else. So, good find for both of them.
And again, it's big time information we find. Level 5 over here on cytown's side. What level are we dealing with? Are we dealing with first quest or second quest? This is making me believe we have a second quest, 1 through 6.
It is looking like that at initial glance. Caffy finding hints in the northeast corner, and cytown's going through level 5.
And yep, that does confirm to us that we are in 2Q5, both the drop placement and the map itself. So we do have a first or 1 through 6 second quest.
So we will see everyone's favorite level 4 configuration, as well as I think we saw a $79 candle on Caffy's side.
Wait, is that your favorite level configuration?
It's everyone's favorite way to configure level 4.
You obviously haven't heard my post-race interview in the week 1 match, or week 2 match, rather.
I guess I have not.
Large, small secret at 20. Cytown crossing the river to find we have ourselves a manhandler. Caffy's picked up a candle.
Yep.
Oh. cytown trying to take care of the manhandler.
More sword strike.
Nicely done.
And he kept didn't get hit, so he kept the bombs. He's able to get those bombs because he did not.
Recorder.
There's a recorder
In
on
5.
Cytown's gonna get that and gonna leave.
Also pick up that heart container in case we have to deal with a potential of the white sword being a thing.
Yep. So we'll see if Caffy now kind of heads up, now that Caffy has bombs, if he goes up to the northeast and finds level 5, or he gonna continue his exploration elsewhere.
And to me, it shows that Caffy wants to at least explore other places, check the forest, check the bomb spots over here. Maybe we'll find ourselves a smallish dungeon.
Find the magical sword.
Obviously not going to be wielded at the 4 hearts that we're currently sitting at. We do find a level. It's level 7. And this immediately, to me, screams shapes.
I can't tell what column Caffy's in, but...
Wow. And that's the power bracelet we start with. I think we're just too far down for that to be 1Q7.
Okay. I couldn't see like where the little dot was on Caffy's screen. So 2Q shapes looks like what we have. Yep. And Cytown's back in level 5.
And we do find level 3 over here. Of course, 2Q3 has that wonderful game of, will you get bait blocked?
Guessing Abby's gonna take the stairs over here. And the silver arrows on the floor in 3.
That is a beautiful find to come up with. Even if Caffy is unable to get the Triforce here, those silver arrows, great to find. Now, because of where they are, you know cytown's going to get them as well.
Yeah. And I would expect he will find those relatively quickly.
And there is everyone's favorite level. Yours as well.
Yes.
All right, so since this is your favorite level, what do you think is in 2Q4?
Feels like the bow's gotta be in here, doesn't it? Feel
That
like
would
it
not be a...
always has something you need.
Well, you're going to have to deal with whiz robes if you're going to find out what the items are here in this 4.
But, with all these, we'll see how long Caffy sticks around in here after taking a little whiz-robe beam to the face.
Also, do you see what's guarding the Triforce there in that 2Q5?
I did not see what that was.
That was a Patra.
Oh.
Level 9 found. So this area is just filled with levels.
They're coming fast right now.
And Ganon's heard at the start. Cytown using up the last bomb. As we find out that the red gorillas have turned 5 HP.
Gets a floor drop bombs.
That is very fortunate for Cytown too.
Yep. Did not have a candle yet. So he will
I
gladly
was
take
just more.
that.
I was just more talking about the bombs that he got on the floor after trying to spend them on those gorillas, the last bomb that he had. But you are right about that red candle. The fact that he has not purchased one. Cytown really wants that key. And that Patra doesn't want him to have that key. And Cytown sneaks around, gets the key, and it's out.
Nice work there. And now Caffy's in the 5.
But now, here's the Patra with the Triforce. Cytown's going to give it a go. Let's see how he does.
And of course, it's the Expando Patra. The worst Patra to face.
Yeah, I agree. I have words for Expando Patra. Cytown does have one hit to give.
Nice. Yep. Going for some hits. Back off.
Yeah, and this is really just a patience fight here for Cytown. Not being over aggressive. That is where a lot of runners, including myself, get into a lot of trouble. As you see, he was a little aggressive there, maybe lost a little bit of his patience, and he took the bop, but he had that one bop to take. 3 remain.
You have to be careful killing the Patrites while they're expanding. You could get the Patra stuck in the expanding phase.
He's got him now.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that is beautiful. There's Cytown, a patience fight. That is textbook right there. Take note. Triforce number 1 goes to Cytown.
As Caffy gets the recorder on the floor. He'll go back in.
So far we have seen levels 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. What do you think is going to be the next one we find?
3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. So, thinking 6 here.
Oh, beautiful 2Q6. That is every runner's dream. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's back-to-back hint shops.
Oh yeah, I must have seen them, and I didn't realize it was like 2 separate hidden shops. So we'll see if we get the book. Of course, we need the book for the hints on these flags. So, but I mean, with everything they're finding, the only hint they might need right now is a bow hint.
Cytown checking the power bracelet spot over here. Finds not much over there.
Yeah, kind of. Cytown's gonna kind of do the same exploration that Caffy already did. Yeah, we see the small secret rolled up to its maximum value.
Yep.
20.
Which is nice to see. Saber UX is helping us out a little bit. 22 is the door repair charge. And being told that 32 is our mid-secret. Oh, Caffy taking that pop there by manhandle it down back to start.
And Cytown's checking this waterfall area, which I think we saw already. Yeah, Caffy saw these already as well. Oh, Caffy wasn't able to check the White Sword Cave? Okay. Well, we'll see what we see up in that cave.
It is not one of our levels, but it is one of our warps. taking us over towards Candle Row. To the Lost Woods, or the Dead Woods, rather. And up to 1Q9. Not bad. I think you would love to have the Andy roads a little closer to where you started from, but they're not horrible for transportation purposes at this stage.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a nice for like different areas of Hyrule. Just like to have one kind of closer to where you start. Absolutely.
And we find a arrow shop. Cytown doesn't know it, but he can get arrows for much cheaper over in the forest area. And we just see a bunch of potion shops over here on this side of the world. Cytown's going to go ahead and purchase it. When you know that you're dealing with a second quest 1 through 6, which also means that the red bubbles can exist in your shapes 7, 8, and 9, not a bad purchase to make.
Oh yeah, you could end up going through a few potions with some badly placed red bubbles.
Caffy is teeing up against this Patra. 135 for the big secret.
Oh wow. So money should not be a problem.
Caffy's gonna have to be a little careful. Got away just in time. I was almost concerned that Caffy was just running out of time over there. Ooh, getting it to a bad corner. Oh, wow. Okay, we're still good. We're still safe. Cytown finds... Oh! Wow. This is getting it very, very dicey. But Caffy gets it down, too. These are two pros at this. Look at that. Beautiful work from both of these runners. Give them a GG for that.
Very nicely done. Cytown checking these desert spots. And I would think he's going to go down in the forest and find... that's where we found level 4 and level 3, I believe.
And level 7's right around the corner on the coast.
That's right.
However, Cytown's going to take a little bit longer to get over there. Wants to check this spot over here first.
We'll see who actually makes it over to the western part of Hyrule first. We've all been here on the eastern half so far.
As we get the Jetson theme for today's recorded tune, Cytown finds 2Q4. Is probably going to walk in, get our welcoming committee here by Wizrobes in 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, there's that block puzzle. First, we will soon get that welcoming committee by Wizrobes.
Oh yeah, they're waiting.
Right there. You're definitely going to take that key. Lack of a key is the only reason why Caffy was unable to get the Triforce inside of level 3. The bubble's trying to not help Cytown out, trying to soften up the Wizrobes just a little bit. Let's see how Cytown does. Three bubbles in this room, just not doing any favors.
Bubbles, the bunny. There's a lot going on right now.
Got rid of 2 of the 3. Can we get rid of the other one? Gonna have to be careful. Sips down the potion. That's the other reason why you get that potion early. All right, enemies that shoot projectiles at you are down. And that is the Triforce room.
Oh. Cytown's gonna take a look around. With the bubbles, you know that Triforce will be there. So, you feel okay looking around if you need to. But it seems like he's had enough.
Yeah, you've got yourself the recorder. There's really... Let the game force you back in. Why deal with 26 more rooms of that kind of fun when you can go somewhere else and maybe find the bow there?
Exactly.
Although cytown is going back in, maybe just to try to get some bombs off these moblins. There we go.
And Caffy finds the anti-roads as well. I think this...
He's going to buy the wood arrows, and then what's he going to find? One screen to the right.
Yep.
Buy wood arrows to get your silvers.
Right here. Yep. And we always joke about that, but I think we'd all take that anytime.
And when you have 130 plus rupees as your large secret, I don't think you're feeling too bad about buying wood arrows to get your silvers like this.
Yep. Particularly cheap wood arrows, too.
And there are the silvers for cytown, probably having a little bit of a chuckle. We'll have to ask him about that when we get to the post-race interview. And it's just going to be blue Tektites keeping us away from Triforce number 3 for cytown.
He'll have a 3 Triforce to 1 lead right now. And yeah, he's going to go back in.
And going back in this situation, I think would make sense, but obviously 1 and 2 are still outstanding.
And he doesn't have the meat, so...
And that is another possibility.
That might be his thinking by not going back in, because it's only like 7 more rooms, I think, something like that.
And it's and you're not guaranteed to get to the item at that point because of the fact that the bait block could be in any of the remaining rooms keeping you out.
Yep, you could. You could use both your keys and not get it either.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Chad is talking about CaffyJD. CaffyJD went in without a single key and unfortunately found that you needed 1 key to get to the Triforce in 3, so Caffy will have to go back in. Now, if the bow turns out to be in 3...
Yes. And you needed a key to get to, like, the rest of the dungeon where the Triforce was not. Caffy could not advance at any point.
There's the power bracelet for cytown, who realizes, I do not need this.
And we're going to see some new screens over on Caffy's side, and it's level 2.
Level 2 located at Vanilla Start. The letter A.
Red candle coming in handy on these bubble rooms.
We find that the Triforce is going to be in the other side of the A. cytown finding a Dig Dogger. Gaffy finding a Dig Dogger as well. And Caffy not using beeping. I did not realize Caffy was 1 hit away from being dead here with a half of a heart. More Dig Doggers. And checking this room makes sense for Caffy, especially since the Triforce is one room away. It's the wand!
Real careful here. Throwing around flames with half a heart.
Yeah, you are taking absolute care of this room to make sure that you walk away with that wand. There's... I think that's the magic boomerang inside that 7? Inside that... Gibdo? No, that was the map, was it? No, that was the map in the other room. Anyways, name that ink blot in 7. Oh, that was the magic boomerang in 7.
Okay. As we see that Caffy didn't stick around for the floor item. Caffy's just going. And I think, facing a runner like cytown, you're just going as fast as you can and hope you find the bow on the way, right?
Oh, yeah, for certain. And, I mean, both of these runners know each other. They respect each other. Again, we mentioned the stats earlier that cytown has like a 4 race to 1 race win percentage against Caffy.
Yeah, so... And with the recorder, it's not trouble to get back if you need to.
Absolutely agree. And both of these runners have one thing in common.
And what's that?
The reason why they're 1-1. They both lost to Sea Falcon.
Oh, wow.
cytown lost to Sea Falcon back in week number 1. Caffy lost to Sea Falcon in week number 2. That race between Caffy and Sea Falcon was decided by all of 40. That was 43 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. And that was the crazy ending where neither runner could find a key in 9. After killing Ganon.
Yeah, that was that crazy finish right there. Decided by Guinea farming. It's been so long since we've seen a race get decided by Guinea farming.
As Cappy picks up the meat.
And cytown's loss to Sea Falcon, that was the race where cytown saw 2Q6, went and said, nope, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. And unfortunately for cytown, the next room over had the ladder. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it was a chain reaction seed where Sea Falcon was just able to build up a lead that even though cytown was closing, it was just too much for cytown to overcome.
Yep, that's right.
There's our bait block in 7. As useless as it usually is.
That 1 and 3 is the one you have to be scared of.
Yeah, because it's such a linear path. That is...
The way 3 is, that can definitely block you a little easier.
That is an uncharacteristic death there for cytown in that room, but I believe if I saw the movement of Link properly, cytown got graded into the Zal.
That does happen. Caffy making his way around the grave area. Probably head up to Death Mountain after this.
Yeah, we're still missing level 2. We're still missing, or not level 2. We're still missing level 1 and level 8, as well as level 6.
Yeah, 1, 6, and 8. Yep.
I just realized what Yumi was saying for the ink plot for level 7. Level 6 is at 1Q6.
2Q6 is at 1Q6.
Yeah, I would say if this was randomized, but except for the fact that, yes, we are dealing with 2Q6 here.
Game got confused.
Yeah, it's the good old French vanilla.
And we see how the wand is helping Caffy kind of speed up through these rooms. That combat upgrade is really helping him.
Yeah, being able to slice and dice rooms, especially rooms where the enemies rolled up in HP from 1 to 2. Our container, the floor item in 6.
In the vertical shoot room, which seems to always have a nice item there.
Until the one time I check it where it's 5 rupees. That is the classic case of the game knows.
Yes, the game does know.
Cytown still trying to get to this Triforce in 7. Is just one room away now. This is going to be a staircase in this level 6. And we have ourselves a dig dogger, which you're going to lay down the bomb first to try to soften it up, because this is not a fun room. Staircase in 6. Is this the item? Yes, it is. The bow in 6. The bow is in 6.
There you go. Now Caffy's really gonna go, and the only thing that could stop him now is the raft.
Just as a note for our tracker say Ryux, Caffy does have the Triforce out of level 2. So we'll get that one lit up in just a moment, as well as what's going to be level 6 right now in 3, 2, 1. So we got the power bracelet, we've got the recorder. The only thing that can stop us now is if there is a level that is wrap locked.
Right. And, Caffy will check everything he can before he starts looking for that.
Bombs are worth 5 rupees.
That's very nice.
And all we are missing right now are the bookends. Levels 1 and 8. Cytown checking Candle Row is not super far away from where level 2 turned out to be at Vanilla Start.
Yes, I'm sure he'll kind of loop around there and get to there in a minute. Let's see. Alright, so Caffy's going to check West DM first.
And I'm wondering if that bot by the candle inside of the potion shop was a way to reset the counter. Runners like these two, you'll see them sometimes bot themselves, and it's not by accident. They're doing it on purpose so they can start setting up their 10 counts.
Right. Forcing a bomb is such a great way to, get those bombs quickly especially when you're in Death Mountain and you need a lot of bombs. Caffy makes a key purchase for 66.
Yeah. And the key purchase does definitely make sense.
Yeah, you've got this money. You don't want to, run out of keys. There you go.
And you also don't want to run out of bombs up here on Death Mountain, because having to come back is a very difficult thing to do. You see Caffy burning once again to reset the count. Yeah, I do have to agree with chat. Yeah, I do have to agree with the chat on that really masterful arrow block by Caffy before he went for the 10 kill. Here's one for cytown. And the heart containers are a white sword item. Another bomb pickup there for Caffy as we find Shapes 8.
Level 8.
So the level 1 everyone's hoping to see with the 3 items inside. The smallest of the dungeon. Oh no, it's 2Q1, so it's just the 2 items inside. The letter E is going to be our last level found. And you know if Caffy finds the raft here, he will be in total blitz mode.
He's passing up hearts, so he's definitely go now.
And let me tell you about the scariest thing of all, Tabby Orange.
What's that?
One of these 2 runners, for the amount of mastery we've seen already, is going to be 1 and 2 at the end of this day.
You know, that's scary for everybody else that'll be in the 1 and 2 group. But we'll see how long it takes Caffy to find this Triforce.
Yeah, Shapes 8 can... Go ahead.
Yeah, Shapes 8 can... You know, this is one of these things where you could take 30, 40 rooms, or you could kind of luck into like the right path and only see 4 or 5 rooms.
Yeah, Shapes 8 can eat up a lot of time. A little bad luck right there for Caffy, with the other Dodongo coming in for the Munchies. But is able to get through it pretty solidly. Walks out with the full 8 bombs.
Caffy really hoping for a Triforce or a Compass right now.
Cytown purchasing jewelry.
Interesting.
I mean, tomorrow is a particular day if you're watching this in the VOD atmosphere. Tomorrow's a particular day where you want to buy jewelry, so I guess I get it.
Yes. Caffy just heading over right now to the Triforce as quickly as... Oh!
Five blue Wizrobes might say otherwise.
Was that the first Wizrobes we saw in this? You don't
to
expect see it... Okay, we did see them earlier?
Yeah, we saw them in 2Q4.
No, I meant, is this the first ones we saw in level 8?
Oh, yes.
Because that's kind of mean, like, being, 20 rooms in the dungeon and then you see a Wizrobe. You're kind of letting your guard down at that point. Caffy can use a potion.
Makes a lot of sense, being as deep in this dungeon as you are. You do not want to take a death at all.
It seems that this is the path down there, so...
And still no map to this level 8. I do find it interesting that Caffy chased down that fairy and then did an up and A.
Yeah, looks like this is the way over to this direction.
Meanwhile, Cytown's over in the Dead Woods, finding another Take Any, chooses not to. That is a traffic jam of red whiz robes.
In a not friendly room to have them in.
Patience is a virtue.
Go.
Cytown getting some bombs as Caffy gets all the keys and no bombs.
I was noting that Caffrey was kind of going through some keys, and then sitting on the floor was the answers for that.
And there's our ink blot too. Oh my goodness, this ain't. Alright, chat go crazy. Tell me what your thoughts are. Staircase, transport staircase. And did that just put him in the Triforce room? Yes, it did. Wow. What a great transport staircase for CaffyJD. Triforce out of 8. It's a 5-4 Triforce advantage for Cytown. Getting some suggestions in chat about that level 8 map. The lizard boss, some ultra beast that shoots out orbs. Snake sticking his tongue out. Or a Podoboo.
Yeah,
All right,
Caffrey
so
going
where?
5 bombs.
Oh, yeah. Totally understand that. When you're 5 rupees and they are not too far away from a flute spot, you're going to buy them.
Then probably check the rest of East DM. I don't know if Caffey had like the forgotten spot before, but you know, those kind of couple spots outstanding. Cytown's in 6.
Yep.
Which
And
room had the bow?
right here.
There you go.
Yeah, there's level 1 at the forgotten spot. We have found all of our levels, and as such, CaffyJD, nice raft location, is in Triforce and Go mode.
It's gonna be a really quick race to the finish here now.
Yeah, the main question here is how fast does Caffy get that Triforce out of 4?
It really is.
Because Caffy does not know that that room that he died to with the 3 blue whiz robes, the mixed enemies, was the Triforce room. Cytown does. Cytown currently 6 Triforces to Caffy's number Cappy still also needs to go back into level number 3 to get that Triforce. Also 7 to get that Triforce as well.
And that 7 Triforce was pretty deep, if I recall.
Oh, Cappy did an up and A thinking he needed to just get to the Triforce from the start. Can't get there from here. Yeah, for Cobra's to answer Cobra's comment in chat about why Cappy didn't grab that raft, Cappy knows where all the dungeons are at this point. Cytown still needs to find the dungeons that he doesn't have the Triforces in 1 and 8.
Yeah, 8 is over here on West DM, and 1 is at the Forgotten Spot.
Level 9 is located at the Desert Potion Shop, which is east of where the open cave is in the desert area. And a Dig Dogger blocks our path to this Triforce in level 1. Nice bomb force for Cytown. And there's the Triforce for Caffy. It's cleanup time.
Yep.
And the 3 dungeons that he's missing the Triforces are right next to each other. And also level 9 is right around the corner from those 3 as well.
Here.
So the first of the 3 levels that are right next to each other is 4. But I wouldn't be surprised if Caffy did 7, 3, 4. But he's going to prove me wrong and do 4 first. So this right here, I think, is going to determine this race. Is how long does Caffy realize that that room, the Goma-styled block room there, is the room that has the Triforce?
Yeah, he's going to other rooms right now first.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
let's
it's
see
understandable.
How long it takes him to kind of get back to that room.
Yeah, he needs the game to nudge him in that direction. Yeah, Sidetown is inside of level 8.
Ooh, I think Caffy just accidentally potioned there.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. And now we're going to do an up and A.
Yeah, luckily he has a lot of rupees, so he just buys more. But more that he won't have one in here if he needs it.
All right, this right here is the room that the Triforce is in. And Caffy's not going to do it right away. And I understand it. The problem is that there are other possibilities. There's 30 rooms inside of this level 4. And this could take up a little bit of time here for Caffy.
Yeah, Caffy needs a compass pretty quickly.
I agree.
Before he gets kind of too lost in here.
The good news is that if he gets red bubbled, there is those blue bubbles right next to start.
Or if he kind of comes in on, if he finds a red ring or a white sword, that would at least, soften the blow of kind of spending a little extra time in here.
Red ring!
There you go.
You willed it into existence, Tabby. Although Caffy down to a half a heart. Red Ring ain't gonna save you against that Patra.
Not with a half, but this might be just what he needs. Send him back to this room. We'll see if
And-
he has another go with it.
And maybe now that he has the Red Ring, maybe he feels a little more confident doing that room. Let's see. Let's see. Does he attack it? Not yet.
No, in 4 antlers, that Goma room with the blue whiz robes and the bubbles had the Triforce.
Yep, the room that we just saw just a moment ago from Caffy is the room, and Caffy died in that room in his first trip in at the very beginning of this seed. Cytown getting bopped around by the 5 blue whiz robes inside of this level 8.
Yeah, he'll have to bomb these red whizzies. He took a
Yeah.
that.
These red whiz robes that rolled on the plus side of the HP shuffle. And here's number 2 for Caffy versus Patra. Cytown took a lot of time going through that room with the 5 blue whiz robes. Got nothing out of it. Well, that was nice, but that's not the navigational item that we want, game.
Yeah, Cappy really wanting a compass right now. He still doesn't have a sword.
Yeah, the only thing you can't have happen in this room is getting sucked into one of the pancakes.
Well, he does have a wand, so you'd be able to free yourself from the pancakes, but...
Well, yeah, that's true.
You don't want that, though. Yeah, I think that staircase to the Triforce was the only way to get there. That Caffy took. So we'll see how long it takes Cytown to, like, get down there.
Bomb upgrade is plus 5. Now with 12 bombs in hand, does Caffy go after that blue Wizrobe mixed room here? Back into it. And it looks like this time he's going to try to go for it. Or he thought about going for it, at least cleared out one enemy. But then got shuttered in, and I think that just blew the momentum.
Yeah, it seemed like he wanted to go back, but... Gonna try this Patra again.
Now, do you see why I hate 2Q4?
Yeah. I mean, the Cytown's getting the same from Shapes 8 here.
And that's the best situation here for Caffy, is that the fact that Cytown has been held up in this Shapes 8.
Yeah,
All right.
they've both been stuck here for a couple minutes.
All right. It looks like Caffy's going for it this time, knowing that he can't go south, otherwise he gets shuttered in. Could we get liked as the primary enemy?
At least you can eliminate a few here. Alright.
Nope. It's going to be two blues that you have to face. 2 hearts. Red ring. 1.5 hearts. Down to 1. And there's the Triforce for Caffy. He's out.
He'll go quickly into 3, and then he'll have to go through 7.
Yeah, 7's going to be the longer of the 2. And quick pop into 3 right here. And Caffy knows where that Triforce is, knows how to get there, just didn't have the key for the first trip in.
Yeah, I think both runners have to feel behind right now with how much time they're spending. Caffy in 4 and cytown in 8.
It's a double heart 8 here with the any key as well. cytown has picked up the any key. There's the Triforce for Caffy. We are now seeing Caffy with the Triforce lead.
And I think the room below where cytown is the stair.
It is. No, it's not. It's in this area.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's the left here because it was a right side stair, which is why he can't bomb into it. So.
And chat reminding us that cytown still needs to find level 1, which is at the forgotten spot. And we've seen that forgotten spot earn its title through this tournament.
Oh yeah, it's called that for a reason.
Decent kill there for cytown. Caffy gets locked up, can't do anything else. And when you have 0 bombs, finding bombs on the floor is the best sight ever.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the Triforce in 7 was kind of in that lower left port.
It was under the O, I think the top of the bottom 3.
Yeah.
cytown can't get there from here. Thankfully, you have 6 rooms to navigate before those blue whiz ropes come back, and you'd
Yeah, hopefully he won't have to go through there
have to kill them again. I think I cut out there, but Caffy grabs the compass, now knows where in this 7 he needs to go. How to get there, though, a different story. Is here at the 57-minute mark. I do want to remind you, please be sure to give our runners a follow. CaffyJD and cytown. Marvelous runners, also great people here in the community as well.
This is kind of the area, yeah, where cytown needs to be.
Yeah, I think we're finally getting in that department where cytown needs to go to get to that staircase. It's this room here.
There you go.
And there is the second recorder needed Triforce.
As Caffy gets the Triforce in 7, and he'll let off to 9.
All right, so level 9 coming up here next for Caffey. Just has to go over 1 and then up 3. So I guess we can quickly talk about how we would normally be listening for a roar, but we heard that when we entered 9 the first time around. So we know Ganon is either to the left or to the right of the start. And there's the roar right there in case you forgot. Is it to the right where we hear this roar? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Could this be a 4-room or 5-room 9? Again, it goes towards the left twice. Back to the left again. Finally goes to the right, so Caffey can get that stun lock going. Cytown checking spots over here. But it's running out of time. Nice stun lock there for CaffyJD. So we are going to go to the right. Is this Princess Zelda? No, it's not. But we want to check that room that's right next to the Pole's voice.
Gotta check that room.
Is this a 6-room level 9? No.
It is not.
But we just got the compass. Oh my goodness, is there a shutter door over here? Yes, there is. And get your GGs in chat. CaffyJD has won. Cytown 1 and 2.
GG's. Well played, Caffy.
A race time, that GG time of 1 hour and 3 seconds.
That was very exciting, and just as we welcome in Caffy. GG's Caffy.
Thank you.
Well,
What went through your mind when you found that Triforce in 4?
I was so upset, actually. I kept skipping that room, like, I don't want to do this room, I don't want to do this room, I don't want to do this room. And I found it, I'm like, oh, I could have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, Cytown wound up his first trip into 4, tackling that room, took care of it, and lo and behold, there was the Triforce, and we were just hoping that you could find something that prevented you from doing the full 30-room clear of this 4.
Yeah, I had that room right, but I also had the grocery store aisle room at the top of the level that had full of reserves in there too. I was thinking that was it, but I didn't want to do that room either, especially that room more so than the Gilmore room. But yeah, that was a fun 4. It shouldn't have been so fun. It should have been easy, but I got the red ring out.
Yeah, and that was a really nice find, which we never saw Cytown get. Let me ask you about other fun dungeons, like that level 1 where you find the compass only to find out you can't get that from the start.
Yeah, another kind of a plethora of mistakes I've noted. One of them was that one. I up and 8 immediately instead of trying to bomb right. I'm like, oh yeah, it didn't bomb up, so it has to bomb down from the start. Nope, no, it does not.
One of the things that really helped you out was the fact that Cytown got tossed over pretty badly inside of Shapes 8.
Yeah, I can imagine that. That Shapes 8 was not fun to traverse. After getting the map, I knew I had bombed all that top area, so I knew I needed to transport. Luckily, I found it not too far after finding the map.
And it took you right directly to the room.
Yeah.
And Cytown picks up the Triforce out of level 1, now is going to get into level 9, where, of course, you enter 9, you hear the roar. I guess you didn't expect to find the compass in that room with the Pole's voice, but that was a nice find.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that door would just pop. I thought that was her right there. Luckily, I did kill that last Pole's voice, and then gave me the compass. She wasn't too far away. I was really worried that he was to my left, and I needed a transport to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be.
And Cytown completes it first and has grabbed the compass. as we see Cytown getting Ganon into the stun lock. I know you have a lot of respect for Cytown, given the fact that you two are really great competitors and very familiar with each other's work, but how good did it feel getting through that patch run 5?
That 5 was a struggle for some, because I forgotten I had gotten the ladder as the Armos. So I up an 8, and I'm like, I have this. I need to go back, and yeah, and I felt good getting that patch down on Wood Sword. If I hadn't completed it, I would have back there.
Get your GGs in chat for Cytown finishing second in this race with a time of 1:04.10. So we're not going to have Cytown coming in here for the post-race interview. But, I mean, you know what you're up against when you face off against an opponent like with Cytown. Did you feel like you had to go a little faster than you normally would?
Oh, yeah. I took a few risks I normally don't take. I'm usually pretty conservative when it comes to diving dungeons. Like that level 2, when I had gotten the wand and the just below the Triforce, I'm like, okay, I gotta bail. I got the rest of this dungeon to find. A floor item, and decided not to go for it. And then 4, I once I found what did I find? Did I find something in 4 earlier? Or just noped out because of the wizards? I think I just noped out because of the wizards. But
you noped out once you got killed by the wizards in the room that turned out to be the Triforce.
Yeah, dipping out of 7 once I found the stair item. I'm like, you know what, this dungeon's probably not going to be worth it. Oftentimes I would dip a little bit further into a level like that, but I felt that seeing that early item as well as in 2, I knew I had to dip immediately because I didn't feel any value after that. And luckily I found the value in 6 and 3, which are my go-to items, which is really nice.
Yeah, just unfortunately stunk for you. They had to return with a key inside of that level 3. But, yeah. I mean, it is what it is there. At least you know where the Triforce is. You'll come back later.
Yeah, sure. And just for clarification, my file names are a troll. It's not easy every time. It's just, I'm poking fun at the wheel for giving me Cytown. That's all.
Well, now that you've gotten through Cytown, you're going to be 2-1. And I know there's a lot of names on there that are absolutely fearful of the fact that Cytown's sitting there in the 1 and 2 bracket. But tell me your thoughts going into week number 4. Is there any particular type of runner that you would like to face off against in that bracket, or just let the wheel do what it does?
Yeah, at this point, if I getting through Cytown, I might as well let the wheel do what it does. There's nobody that I particularly would like to face up against. They're all going to be great runners. And this flag set in general, I've struggled with, so I guess it really doesn't matter for me who comes up next week.
The good news is 1 more win, and you're guaranteed a spot in brackets.
Yeah, and that's the huge part, right? Because the first 3 weeks were rough. I really should be 0-3 if you go just off my competitors' reputations and records. So I feel very fortunate to be at this spot.
I mean, both of you going into this match, both you and Cytown, your one loss was to Sea Falcon, who's now 3-0. So that should tell you something.
Oh yeah, Sea Falcon's really good at this game, no matter what flags it pops up in these tournaments. So luckily I don't have to face him, knock on wood, next week.
Well, if you happen to face him again next week, then we have a problem with the wheel.
Yeah.
And we saw there was enough problems with the wheel this past week, so Fred at this point would be like, please note nothing happened to the wheel. Nothing happened to the wheel at all, please.
Yeah, but it'll be fun. And thank you guys for doing comms and the restream and tracking. You guys are all awesome. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you, chat.
It's a group effort. And Tabby Orange, is there anything you want to ask Caffy while he's here?
No, just GG's again. That was really great to watch, and you did a great job, both of you.
Thank you.
Give it up for both of our runners, CaffyJD and Cytown. What a great match this is. A lot of great execution, great forces with the 10 counts and whatnot. Just a fun match to call here on SpeedGaming. All right, that's going to do it for us here. Special thanks to SaberUX for clicking the buttons, making the icons appear when we wound up saying that they had grabbed them. And I think that's going to do it for tonight for the Z1R tournament. I'm sure there's going to be some pickup races going on this evening as well, so be sure to follow the local channels to find that stuff. Next race for the tournament coming up tomorrow, 4:31 p.m. PDX Rex versus Bommy 178. Then my race against Melkier 83 is going to be at 7 p.m. Third Wolf versus Potato Pony at 8 p.m. BBQ.gov versus Blessed B at 9 p.m. Shaddy versus Yursin Sure at 10 p.m. Truant Gamer versus Opno Point at 10 p.m. as well. Channels are not available for that just yet because I got to get to work on that. But yeah, some great Z1R action coming up here tomorrow on a day that, I don't know, it might have some meaning to some of us. It might not to others. It's just going to be Wednesday here in the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. Tabby Orange, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Apparently there's still the other races that are going on. These two are so fast that the other races that are still going on. So head over to SpeedGaming 3, SpeedGaming 4, check those races out, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for joining us here at the Z1R tournament, and we'll see you again tomorrow.